Hello everybody, my name is Ryan Richardson, and today we're going to talk a little about the farm and learn some things that we do here. A brief intro about the farm and the company. Richardson Farm since 1840, been around for a very long time now. We're very proud of that. I am the 6th generation, and my wife and I's children would be generation number 7, as long as some of their cousins. Not to be forgotten is generation number 5, which would be my dad, George, and my uncle, Robert. So together, Uncle Robert, my dad, George, and myself, Ryan, own and operate the farm as it is today. So the farm does a lot of interesting things. We've grown a lot over the years. We've done a lot of different changes. When I grew up, we were raising pigs. When my dad and uncle were growing up, they were raising cattle. And so we've changed a lot over the years. Right now, we primarily comprise of the Fall Adventure Farm, the world's largest corn maze and pumpkin patch and games and all those cool things. Now we're doing a tulip festival in the spring. And then, of course, where we are today, the tree farm. So the tree farm, as it is right now, encompasses about 130 acres. It is all out this direction behind us, all over the place. And we have trees, as you can see through these different fields, in various stages of growth the whole way through. We like to get all of our trees as seedlings. Seedlings, we like to get them about that big, about 18, 20 inches tall. Over here, there are a slightly more mature field. These have been here for a few years now, but this is kind of a good example of one that's been transplanted back in, and it is probably a couple years old, and this one's on its way. As we look around, this is how the trees will continue to grow and perform. About 1 foot of growth per year on the tree. So it is kind of a long crop. It's going to take us around 6 or 7 years to get it to tree approximately 6 or 7 feet tall. That's a pretty standard Midwestern factor, about 1 foot of growth per year. Now, every single tree on the farm must be trimmed in some manner every single year, which is a very large job. There's roughly 1,000 trees per acre, and based on well over 100 acres of trees, that adds up to be a lot. So our primary tools are these. These will become your very good friends. All right. So the first thing is when we plant the trees, we actually have a large crew that's with us, lots of wonderful workers that help us out. And we get all the trees boxed in from nurseries. We go on the road with the trucks, pick them up in mostly Indiana and Michigan, where they're growing them out of the greenhouses, out of actual little baby pine cone seeds, and into our seedlings that we are purchasing. Then we bring them back to the farm, and we help trim off a little bit of their root structure and make some corrective, nips and tips to them. It's winter obviously now, so we can't show you that portion of the enterprise. And then a planter will go through and will actually, it'll be a blank piece of ground, and we will plant every one of these. So you imagine a tractor going down and every one of those beep, and there's a person on the planter dropping a tree in behind, and a whole support staff cutting the seedlings, bringing them out, guys and girls behind with hose helping rake the soil back in. And after a few years, that bare ground has now turned into this. So, as we said, every tree kind of needs to be trimmed every year. And so these mostly do not get too much shaping of the body. The trees are pretty much cone shaped as they are. And these, what we're really trying to do here is we're trying to establish a good leader. This is the leader, and the little ones around it are laterals. All right. This is what's going to help our tree go straight and true all the way up. So we really want to make sure with our nippers that this one is the appropriate length. And also over here, this has been cut out. It's been removed because there was a secondary leader coming through there. So what we're trying to do is establish one brain right there, and the brains, just like yours, on the top. Then as the trees get a little larger, we introduce the knife a little bit. Now the trees are all kind of cone shaped, but we like to use this, and we go through, we won't cut it because it's winter, but we go around the tree like so. Every single one of these trees that are above about 4 feet tall, and we shape them up. That helps kind of fill in the holes and keep the body slender and growing nice and tall. So that is your super quick little lesson about Christmas trees and how we're doing some different things on the farm. Thanks for being around. We appreciate your time. And as always, learning about agriculture, because if you eat, which I know everyone likes to, you are always a part of agriculture, and that's what we're here to help educate and promote. Thanks a lot. See you again.